Hey guys, Adam the Paranormal Polynesian here, and it's another Paranormal Paint Night! Yay! Today's kind of a Paranormal Paint Night. We're going to do DIY foam pumpkins, and we're going to turn those into a delightful Halloween diorama. Now, what kind of Paranormal Polynesian would I be if I didn't make mine an under-the-sea fantasy? Of course, you can do any design you want. Just take the same principles I do tonight and put that towards yours. It's gonna look great. So let's get started. Let's get started with supplies, y'all. Mine is the under the sea theme, which yours doesn't have to be. I get this is weird. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I thought I'd try it out. I grabbed some flowers off clearance at Michael's. Of course, our foam pumpkin, which is important. You'll definitely need that glue gun. For my particular pumpkin, I do need some seashells, so I found those around the house. And then my favorite part, of course, is this cute little skeleton mermaid and her little lover man next to her. You could even go to Walmart and go through the aquarium section and get some things for fish tanks. And you can't have enough sequins and glitter. Lots of glitter. Of course, this is a Paranormal Paint Night, so don't forget your paints and paintbrushes. Let's get started with the pumpkin. You ready? Okay, let's go. Snap! I'm just looking for the best side of this pumpkin to carve. Of course, I can't make up my mind ever, so that'll have to work. Now grab a pencil and sort of trace out the area you want to cut out of the pumpkin. If you have kids doing this, make sure you watch them really closely, and you'll want a serrated knife. The regular ones just don't do anything. Or a heat gun if you can afford it. This is just super easy, as you can tell. I'm not swearing or anything in that video. Okay, look, cut it out. Awesome. And now that you've cut out the hole, we're gonna get the black acrylic paint, and you want to just completely paint the background of the foam pumpkin. It is porous, kind of. Oh shit. Oops. I always make messes. Okay, so yeah, like pumpkins are porous, so you'll want to do a few coats of the black, and that works as a primer for me for what I'm going to do after. So just throw that shit in there and squish it around with the paintbrush. Make your life easier. You'll want to do maybe 2 coats of the black, and since I'm impatient, I like to grab a hairdryer and sort of dry between coats so that it goes a little quicker. And yes, I know my hairdryer has pineapples on it. What did you expect? It works great. Okay, sidebar, the piece of the pumpkin that you cut out, save that for something. I mean, if you're doing a Halloween theme, you could make a little house or a mini pumpkin out of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape this into a big seashell, because, you know, why the hell not? It's an under-the-sea pumpkin, and I want my little mer people to have a cute little backdrop behind them. And I've never actually carved a foam pumpkin in my life, so this was a lot more difficult than I thought for some reason. So don't judge me too hard. I'm gonna make a little seashell out of this now. Okay, so that's after it's been painted. And this shell's actually doubling as a cover for a bunch of these little firefly lights that I'm going to ball up and stick behind that shell, so it can illuminate the back of the wall, just like they did in the olden times on the stage. Time for paint. I'm using a blue hue, blues and whites, and you know, there's no rhyme or reason. Just do whatever you like. I'm gonna first paint a bunch of blue, sort of swirls, and then I am kind of obsessed with Van Gogh. I've always loved his style. So I'm now going to take some green, and I'm just going to stylize it. Think Starry Night, but under the sea. And maybe your pumpkin is like a farm scene at night with a cool moon. That'd be awesome. Or some bats flying around. Use your imagination. There are no rules on this. I kind of may want to keep trying these pumpkins in the future and do a whole series of them. I'm sure Barney would just love to have those lining the walls of our new house. Normally I am a lot more detail oriented when I'm painting and stuff like that, but I have had a week, y'all, and I wanted to make sure that I got a video posted for you guys this week. Grab your sequins now! Also known as a crafter's best friend. Now it's time to grab your glue gun, and I am just gluing swirls of glue to sort of match what I've done on the green there on the pumpkin, and I'm lazy as hell, so I am just throwing the sequins into the pumpkin, and I'm gonna shake it like a Polaroid picture, girl. It works. Whatever works, you know? Now it's time for lighting. So get your battery pack, put those batteries in, and open up your firefly lights. What I'm going to do is I sort of looped the lights there like that, because I'm going to hot glue them along the top of the inside lip of this pumpkin, and it kind of helps them stay a little easier. All I can say about hot gluing is it's a bitch. I did find myself screaming a lot and throwing things, but I know that you guys are much smarter than I am, so you won't have that problem. I guess my tip for hot gluing is to pipe the glue out, let it sit for about 15 seconds, and then press whatever you need to into the surface to adhere a little easier. So I've got my shell back, and I'm going to take the remaining firefly lights, sort of ball them up, and I'm going to hot glue those lights to the back of this shell to then illuminate the back of the pumpkin. So you've got lights around the whole lip of the pumpkin, and then we've got some in the back so that we have a really good illumination going on for everything. Once you glue all those lights to the shell or your haunted barn or whatever it is you're making, I'm flipping it over and gluing that whole piece into the bottom of this pumpkin. And don't worry, that battery pack is still movable, so you can change the batteries in the future. So there's my shell glued in place. I'm now going to do the fun part, which is decorate. So grab your little plants or flowers or trees or sticks or whatever the hell you want to put in your pumpkin, and just start. I'm gonna keep these little guys. Those are gonna look good in there. So I'm using every part of this whatever this thing is called. A branch, a tree branch, I don't know. Have fun and make it your own, you guys. This is one of those projects where it's probably a good thing that I only had an hour to do. Otherwise I would sit here and spend a week just trying to get everything perfect. But you know, it's not about that. It's about having fun and experimenting with different things. So just try something you haven't done before. Like, who the hell would think to do a under the sea haunted pumpkin? I don't know. Someone's got to do it somewhere, and I guess that someone was me. I'm really excited to actually see what yours looks like. Maybe send me a picture in the comments if you can do that, or send me a little message on Facebook. Show me your pumpkins. And our Paranormal Polynesian pumpkin diorama is almost complete, but I want to do one last thing, which is finish these edges around the opening with some of these little shells that I have. Because, you know, my pumpkin's not busy enough as it is. Let's go ahead and add some more stuff to it. Most of you probably aren't doing a under the sea theme, so maybe for yours add some more green moss around the edges. You could do sequins, jewels, or even experiment with the way that you cut the opening of the pumpkin. Maybe give it some jagged edges on the top and bottom, like there's some stalactites or stalagmites going on and it's a cave in there. For all I care, you could line the opening with Hershey's Kisses as long as you share with me. And now it's time for our big reveal. I don't know about you, but this is making my Halloween under the sea dreams come true. What do you think? It's kind of weird and cute. Like me. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did making this delightful little pumpkin guy. Such a little cutie. As it is the Halloween season, I'm going to do a second paint night this month. So stay tuned. I can't tell you what it is, but let's just say it's a little hocus pocus. Thanks you guys for tuning in this week, and be sure to tell your friends about me, like and subscribe, and remember, keep it paranormal.